for politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is Kmtv. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
For politics, entertainment, news, and business. And this is KMTV. We are on your screen, we are everywhere. The best online Liberian platform you have. Make the best use of it. My name is Frank Adams, and I endorse this channel.
LRB Ship Express, your trusted door-to-door shipping partner from the Midwest in the USA to Liberia. LRB Ship Express is your go-to solution for fast, reliable, and affordable shipping services. Whether it's barriers, boxes, or personal items, we pick them up from right at your doors across the Midwest and deliver them straight to your loved ones in Liberia. Do you need it there quickly? Our air freight service gets your packages to Liberia in just a matter of days. Door-to-door convenience, secure and timely delivery on beautiful rates. LRB Ship Express. For more information, call cell numbers 651-500-8973 or 612-806-5896. Visit our website at www.lrbshipexpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at LRB Ship Express. Ship with LRB Ship Express, where your shipment is our priority. Contact us today and let's get it moving.
What if I told you there's a place where you can find all your favorite African dishes right here in Crystal, Minnesota? At Grateful Family African Market, we offer the best African food products, authentic and perfectly preserved. Located at 6330 Bass Lake Road, Crystal, Minnesota, our market is a paradise for food lovers. From everyday essentials and spices to the rarest delicacies, our shelves are bursting with everything you need to prepare a delicious African feast we deliver all across the United States. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Grateful Family Africa Market for updates and special offers. Grateful Family African Market, the heart of Africa at your table. Call us at 612-806-5896 or 7633164133 for more information.
Greetings, my fellow Liberians in Minnesota and the Midwest. I'm Tracy Ashley Grigsby, your Consul General. I'm pleased to inform you that the consulate has commenced operations, and our mission is to provide professional, responsive, and citizen-centered services. Please feel free to visit our website below for more information. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, your travel advisor at the Kabbalah Travel and Tours. I'm here to tell you the good news. Travel with Kabbalah Travel and you get the best travel services. We do international air ticket, we do domestic air ticket, we do group travel, hotel accommodation, and so on. So call our travel expert today and experience the difference. Also at Kabbalah Travel, we have an affordable layaway plan to accommodate all of our travelers. You can call us today and work with us and make your trip.
Somebody has your number, they to your gate, 6:30 in the morning, then they say, Senator, at your gate. I'm not coming outside. Why? That number you're having, they tell you are coming from your you are sending a message, say, I'm coming to York, can I see you or will I see you? You can't come to my gate. If you to my gate 6:30 in the morning, it means you got up early. It means you want to bed early. You don't know when I went to bed. You don't care about that. When you come to my house, you say, Senator, I read you get. You will stay there. That thing what the people making politicians with just shaking and filming everything 2020 not coming. Somebody or some group of people need to stand up to tell our people to their mindset to need to change.
I'm saying here, you people listen to me. Joseph Boakai is not the president for Liberia.
Okay.
The law has spoken. Long time
You mean Joseph Boakai is not the president of Liberia?
He's not the president for Liberia.
Who is the president of Liberia?
George Manawiya. He is the one that got called.
Okay.
Leaders are not made. They are called from the room of the mother.
Okay.
Leader has not made. They made themselves.
So is that why all the killing, the suffering,
that is
everything?
the reason the suffering, the land is suffering. People are struggling. People are crying. Untimely deaths have taken over. Premature deaths have taken over. Struggling. People are struggling because of they are not called to be a leader for this nation.
Okay.
We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw rocks at each dog, you will not reach.
KMTV, Legacy, Communications, bringing the world closer to you, Liberia, Africa, and beyond. From the cities to the towns, from the villages around, we bring the stories every day, keeping you informed all the way. News and sports, culture too, entertainment made for you. A trusted voice across the land, Legacy Communications takes a stand. Turn it on, don't miss a thing. Hear the voices, hear them sing. Together we're connecting lives, keeping hope and dreams alive. KMTV, your voice, your vision on TV. Legacy Communications leads the way, informing and inspiring every day. KMTV, the station for your family, from near and far across the nation, where your trusted communication. Birthdays, weddings, special events, business adverts that make good sense, community stories, breaking news, the platform that's made for you. Radio, TV, media too, production services coming through. A brand that's growing strong and free, sharing Liberia's destiny. One people, one nation, building stronger communication. Together we will rise and shine. The future of media is bright.
And I tell you, fools, the future of media is bright. That's why we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Liberia Today. Coming to you live and direct from Minneapolis area here in Minnesota. This morning is the 6th day of July. It's Monday from where I sit here in Minnesota. I'd like to say welcome to all of you. If you are here in the diaspora, you're at home in Liberia, parts of the world, wherever you're watching from, I'd like to say welcome. Please share and invite others to join in. That's the best thing you can do. Share and invite others to join in as we talk about Liberia and what matters to our community, our country as a whole. And it's a wonderful morning. Looking out the windows, it's bright out there, bright sunny morning here from where I sit in Minneapolis area, Minnesota. Rufus Divine Brooks is hitting the road. He's on the roads this morning or this afternoon. There in Liberia, is already afternoon hours. He's on the roads, but I like to say we have to do it the best way we can, making sure we can keep you abreast of the information as they unfolds in our country. Our president, Joseph Newman Boakai, is out of the country. President Boakai is out in Turkey on a working visit. As we understand from the executive mansion, the president departed the country on a working visit, and this release says, executive mansion, President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. departs Liberia this morning. That was yesterday morning for a working visit to Istanbul, Republic of Turkey, where he will hold a series of engagements aimed at strengthening bilateral relations and promoting investment opportunities for Liberia. During his visit, President Barker is expected to meet his Turkey counterpart, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, to discuss matters of mutual interest and explore avenues to enhance cooperation between Liberia and Turkey. The bilateral discussions will focus on expanding collaborations in key sectors, including trade and investment, infrastructure, healthcare, education, agriculture, energy, and technical cooperation. In addition to his official meetings, the Liberian leader will engage with prominent Turkish business leaders and investors to showcase Liberia's investment potential and encourage increased private sector participation in the country's development. These engagements are expected to foster stronger economic partnership and attract investment in priority sectors of the Liberian economy. President Barker is accompanied by a small delegation that includes the Minister of State with our portfolio, Honorable Mamaka Hajability, along with other senior government officials. While the President is away, the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Honorable Samuel A. Stikwia, will chair the cabinet in consultation with the Honorable Vice President, remaining in regular contact with the President. The President is expected to return to Liberia at the end of the week upon the conclusion of his engagement in Turkey. So that's it there from the Executive Mansion. President Barker is out there in Turkey, and according to the Executive Mansion, he's out with a small team of officials, including Minister of State with our portfolio, Mama Ability. And recently you heard the President telling his cabinet that they should only be traveling on issues or programs that are important to the country, not just taking every trip, spending money on every trip. Like I said the other day, these trips are costly. They have to fly from country to country. So at some point, like the president, the president will not sit down in how you call it, economy. He's going to be on first class. So that's money spending there for the country. Government officials traveling should have DSA, that's the daily sustenance allowances, should be given to them, and that's out of the country's pockets. So he's calling on his official government to remain or to travel when necessary. Those trips should be trips that will bring good deeds to Liberia, benefits to the country, instead of just traveling, and spending without achieving anything for Liberia. So he's out there, according to the Executive Mansion, with a small but effective team, making sure that the interest of the country remains number one. So let's see whether we can bring you stories that are on the newsstand this morning in Liberia. As you can see, this one, let me see if I can just narrow myself in the corner here. Barker visits Turkey to attend investment, or to attract investment, sorry. And you see the president on the front page of the Heritage newspaper, the authoritative Heritage. It says, "The truth is our God." The Turkish president is also over there. President Barker is also in a handshake with his Minister of State, Stikwia. Samuel Stikwia there with the president. He's in charge of the country along with the vice president, in communication with the president via telephone, according to the Executive Mansion. LCM press urges mining reform. There you have it. Drug cartel must be dismantled is another story on the front page of the authoritative Heritage newspaper. To the back page of the Heritage, Barker launches freeway expansion. And the president is there over the weekend when he broke ground for the expansion of the freeway, that stretch of road from Freeport to the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, the one we call the New Bridge. That stretch is expected to be redone. The Japanese are in charge of that. We'll listen to the president when he broke ground for that. The statement he made was expected as part of that project. He will talk about that. Vermont 6 legal partnership, also on the back page of the Heritage. Forever painful for little Aisha. calls for help. What's going on? Medical attention needed for little Asha. Taking government to the people is another one, and we see photographs of chiefs, I believe, on that paper. The Democrat newspaper, New Democrat, has it. President Barker's anti-illegal mining task force begins operations, and the anti-illegal mining task force is being headed by former LDEA boss Ibrahim Kurman, who was brought back to government by the president recently. Orange Liberia introduces Lopu AR. Lopu AR. What's the Lopu AR? Grab a copy of the New Democrat and you will get the details. And the back page goes, GLS cargo drug syndicate sparks public outcry. And King is on the back page of this paper. He was formally charged by the Liberian government in connection with the $90 million worth of drug. We will bring you except from that as well, from police boss Colonel Gregory Debbie Coleman. Over the weekend, he announced charges for King and others in the $19 million United States dollars drug case. The major suspects at large, as LMP charges 5 in US $19 million drug case. That's the Liberia National Police Chief is on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper. And the drug that was confiscated at the Rabos International Airport, as well as a photograph of King being escorted into the premises of the Liberia National Police by plainclothes security personnel. IRET anticipate prosecutorial wins. And IREP is the Assets Recovery Team headed by Consider, how you call him? His name just can't get on my head, but he's on the front page of the newspaper along with Nora Findabondo. Findabondo is former presidential aide to former President Weah, and that is chief of protocol, that is, she was to the former president. The government has been going after her through Arab and Councillor Clark Mountain. Yes, Edward Clark Mountain is head of Arab. He's been in the case, man. But then over the weekend, we understand that her bail bond that was filed was denied through the court process, and she still stands another chance, hoping that she can get a bail bond. That's the hope expressed by her lawyers. Councillor Prayer Brown Boo talk about that during the weekend. She's hoping that Nora Findabono could get another bail bond within 72 hours. Will she go to jail? Will she get another bond? All eyes are out there. Variety News has it. Kingpin shielded. Kingpin shielded. Who's shielding who here? And the faces of individuals, including the police bosses, on the front page of the Variety newspaper here this morning and this afternoon time in Liberia. You can grab the Variety newspaper that is on the newsstand for $50 Liberian dollars. I see. Judiciary scores 25%. The Chief Justice is on the front page of the Variety newspaper. The man who's sentenced to jail for 6 months. The famous Prophet Key is on here. Chief Justice Yamin Gbese, and the back page has it. Woman beaten to death by husband is on the back page of the Variety newspaper, and the lady photograph is on here. A young woman in D. GSA cracks down on mismanagement as the General Service Agency, who's mismanaging government properties or belongings, is there on the Variety newspaper. We drink and cook with creek water. Wow. Liberians on here, also on the back page of this paper, with water from the creek. They're fetching water from the creek. EPA leads sustainability. That's it on the back page of the Variety newspaper this morning on the newsstand. We will take a very quick break. When we come back, we jump into the voices making news, and then we see whether we can talk about some of those news making stories here this morning on the program.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
LRB Ship Express, your trusted door-to-door shipping partner from the Midwest in the USA to Liberia. LRB Ship Express is your go-to solution for fast, reliable, and affordable shipping services. Whether it's barriers, boxes, or personal items, we pick them up from right at your doors across the Midwest and deliver them straight to your loved ones in Liberia. Do you need it there quickly? Our air freight service gets your packages to Liberia in just a matter of days. Door-to-door convenience, secure and timely delivery, unbeatable rates. LRB Ship Express. For more information, call cell numbers 651-500-8973 or 612-806-5896. Visit our website at www.lrbshipexpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at LRB Ship Express. Ship with LRB Ship Express, where your shipment is our priority. Contact us today and let's get it moving.
What if I told you there's a place where you can find all your favorite African dishes right here in Crystal, Minnesota? At Grateful Family African Market, we offer the best African food products, authentic and perfectly preserved. Located at 6330 Bass Lake Road, Crystal, Minnesota, our market is a paradise for food lovers. From everyday essentials and spices to the rarest delicacies, our shelves are bursting with everything you need to prepare a delicious African feast we deliver all across the United States. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Grateful Family Africa Market for updates and special offers. Grateful Family African Market, the heart of Africa at your table. Call us at 612-806-5896 or 7633-164-133 for more information.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenny, your travel advisor at the Kabbalah Travel and Tours. I'm here to tell you the good news. Travel with Kabbalah Travel and you get the best travel services. We do international air ticket, we do domestic air ticket, we do group travel, hotel accommodation and so on. So call our travel expert today and experience the difference. Also at Kabbalah Travel, we have an affordable layaway plan to accommodate all of our travelers. You can call us today and work with us and make your trip.
This ceremony is a celebration of enduring friendship between two nations and demonstration of what genuine international partnership can achieve. Japan has remained one of Liberia's most trusted development partners. And I want to mention here about the Japanese, like I told the ambassador this morning, when they commit, they commit. To the extent that when I was vice president, the people in Lofa, Kolahun, there was investment in local material production. Even after I left government, our project was abandoned. Of course, we kept it alive. Today, the Sharon ware is from Lofa, from Kolahun. That's where they're making them. Two Japanese brands that started, and they're still committed to that project. For some people, they would have abandoned it. There's a lot we can learn from each other. Not just money giving, is commitment, integrity, and we want to thank them so much. So, Japan has remained one of Liberia's most important friends. Through Japan International Cooperation, JICA, the people of Japan have invested in our roads, our bridges, our ports, healthcare, education, agriculture, food assistance, and human capacity development. These investments have improved lives and strengthened Liberia's recovery. Many Liberians still remember the road as Somalia Drive. After its reconstruction with generous assistance from Japan, this important corridor became a model of modern road infrastructure in Liberia. In recognition of the extraordinary contribution and enduring friendship, the government of Liberia appropriately renamed the corridor the Japan Freeway, a permanent tribute to our friendship. Fellow Liberian distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased that this project is expected to create approximately 175 jobs for Liberians during the construction. Sometimes we say no job, no job. Everything that is done here is adding job. You may not be having one, but jobs have been created. So beyond these direct jobs, the project will also create opportunities for local suppliers, transport operators, service providers, and surrounding businesses, thereby multiplying its economic impact throughout the community. So I hope nobody is going to ask that road I will eat. The road is making them eat. This investment directly aligns with my administration's agenda for inclusive development, which recognizes modern infrastructure as a key driver of economic transformation, private sector growth, job creation, dignity of life. And I always like to say dignity of life. Many people don't understand, but for your people to ride on good roads, drink quality water, avoid all of these erosion. That's dignity of life. It matters a lot to me. Dignity of life improves public service delivery, which is the reason government comes to power. The government remains committed to this agenda. We will continue to seek ways to expand and modernize Liberia's transportation network through strategic partnership with development partners and private sector.
President Joseph Boakai there on the weekend when he broke grounds for the construction of the stretch of road there between Freeport and the Gabriel Tucker Bridge. That's the new bridge we call it generally. And the Japanese are expected to kick off that stretch. As you know, the Japanese were instrumental. They did the road from Red Light through Gardnersville onto Freeport, and now connecting Freeport to Gabriel Tucker Bridge as the Vitine area. It's a huge one for our country, for the people of that area, Bourgeois Island, parts of Gardnersville, everyone who uses that stretch of road. It's a huge relief to the people. The drainage system in that area, if it is worked on through this road project, Liberians who suffer during the rainy season, plying the streets between that area where cars are stuck in huge pile of water, people are jumping over one hole to another, people walking through huge water. I believe it will help ease the access, to those areas. And we say thanks to the Japanese for helping up our country. But Pierre was also there. Like this guy, Jeremy Pierre was there. He spoke more about this, in an interview with the journalists just on the sideline of the groundbreaking ceremony.
This road is from 2028. So between now and 2028, all those roads will associated with the highway. But it's not true that road doesn't put food on the table. You know how many people producing food in the interior agriculture and they were getting rotten because no road to bring in the market? As you guys are fixing the roads, people bringing the food on the market. That's money. Roads, you tell into the southeast. If the road is as bad as it was before, when you manage to carry one truck of rice, they normally sell 1 bag of rice, 20,000. Because the roads are accessible, you can easily carry food, everybody can afford to sell a bag of rice, 3,000. So it's not true that road doesn't put. Road, in fact, makes life easier for everybody. You live in the West. I lived in America before. America has that in a state. You can drive to any state because of good road. You have a flag. You see all the big trucks traveling from state to state carrying goods. That's why make goods are available and they are affordable in developed countries. So roads here will unlock most of the problems we have.
What could be your message to the people of Liberia?
Let's support our president, let's support our government, let's put all the political differences and stick to your political party, but support the things that benefit Liberia.
So Gerald McPia, he's the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, talking about the importance of roads in Liberia. And this whole argument, like you heard the president, will put food on my table, or that road will eat. The argument of if there is good road connectivity across the country, a lot of things will leave the farms to the markets, creating, more options for people who want to eat something different. Goods won't get destroyed because of bad rules that they cannot commute to the markets. So that's a huge one indeed for our country. But on the flip side, the huge topic on the lips of every Liberians is this $19 million worth of drug case. And it's been a month since the discovery was done at the Roberts International Airport. There's been a lot of public outcry, as it relates to those linked to this. The government, through the Joint Security, took weeks to investigate those they refer to as persons of interest. Some of them out of the country did not face investigation up to this time. But the government moved in after that tough Senate hearing. And let me say hats off to the senators. They took the bull by the horns, unlike the House of Representatives, who played around and allowed the Justice Minister to play on them when he told them that there's a national security issue, we cannot discuss this, it will jeopardize the investigation and all of that. But when they appear before the Senate, we listened to them answering the hard questions. We saw the emotions expressed by those senators. And that's why you see that place is called the House of Elders. Because the senators think way too broader. They have the opportunity or the responsibility to query these people, and they made use of it. Just days after the appearance of the police bus along with LDA and other security apparatus before the Senate, the LMP announced charges. We will listen to the police bus as it relates to those charged, but that's a huge step. We all call for charges to be announced, that the case move from just person of interest or investigation to people being charged. Why? Because there were several reasons why the need for charges was there. You had a taxi cab, which was taking these things to the airport. You have the logistic company hired to take care of logistics at the airport. The owner, the kings, there were information of their homes being used where the drugs were allegedly transported from. You had handlers at the airport who cleared the drugs through the system. Place security check tagged on those containers, which indicated that they were cleared to go. They nearly made it onto the aircraft. SN Brussels would have taken that out of the country. There are reports that it's not just the first. There are reports that in May, similar cargo went through the same airport. So there were a whole lot of reasons why people call for charges to be leveled against those that were investigated. And of course, amidst the public outcry, Gregory Coleman the chief of police, stood before the cameras and announced charges. Let's listen to him.
The shipment interfered with the seizure. Investigation also found evidence of an earlier shipment which was processed in May of 2026. Rather, in similar fashion, using the same type of false cargo declaration, similar description, and linked to the same network. This means that June 7 seizure was not a one-off event. It points to a pattern, a system of criminal enterprise, based on witness testimonies, documentary records, call logs, digital evidence, forensic findings, and the reconstruction of the cargo chain. The Joint Special Investigative Team identified the following. Principal suspects are now hereby criminally charged. The below suspects are charged under the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023 and Chapter 10 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The investigation finds that Paul King and Global Logistics Service, serving his capacity as manager of GLS, and GLS as such, acting through his own operation structures, conspired, accepted, facilitated, stored, and transported 6-box consignment of cocaine through the airport cargo chain. The investigation further finds that GLS, through its responsible management channel, provided substantial assistance to the trafficking scheme, which accordingly, Mr. Paul King and GLS has been charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia, which is captioned as unlicensed exportation of controlled drug substances, unlicensed transportation and trading in controlled drugs or substances, unlicensed possession of controlled drugs or substances, illicit trafficking in controlled drugs or substances, and criminal conspiracy. The investigation links Michael U.S. Brown, also known as Rahim Ba, to the organization of the shipment, the use of bogus phone companies, the coordination of cargo falsely declared as Maggie and Lapas, and the attempt to recover cocaine after it was seized at the Dallas International Airport. He has been charged in absentia under Section 14, Chapter 14, subsections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act, and Chapter 10, Section 2 and 3 and 4 of the revised Penal Code of Liberia, captioned the same as the above of Mr. Paul King. Investigation established that Oscar Brown scanned and cleared similar cargo that was shipped, packaged in the same manner, and cleared on the 22nd of May, and also made repeated phone calls regarding the June 5th shipment that was seized on the 7th of June at the same Rabat International Airport after the contents had already been discovered and declared as narcotic substances. He has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023 and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. The captions are the same as per the charges read for Mr. Paul King. The investigation identifies Mr. Emmanuel Ba, a person of interest, who delivered the shipment to the residence and the office of GLS on the two shipments of the 22nd of May and the 5th of June. Mr. Ba has been charged in absentia under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, and also Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions are exactly the same as read earlier regarding suspect Paul Jamal King. Suspect Usman Ali, who was identified as the consignee, has also been similarly charged under Chapter 14, Sections 84, 85, 89, and 93 of the amended Controlled Drugs and Substance Act of 2023, and Chapter 10, Sections 2, 3, and 4 of the revised Penal Code of the Republic of Liberia. Captions remain the same as per that of suspect Paul Jamal King. All other suspects who are hiding in other countries or otherwise evading the process of law are being pursued through lawful means available to the Republic of Liberia: arrest warrants, international law enforcement cooperation, extradition requests, and mutual legal assistance mechanisms where applicable.
Police, as the director of police there, Colonel Gregor Coleman, announcing charges in the $19 million drug case currently in Liberia, and Paul King is currently in custody. We saw a video of him, circulating on the internet, being taken to the police headquarters. This video was circulating on the internet, being escorted into Central. Let's watch this. Paul there in a green shirt, and that's it right there. Paul King being escorted at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police by some plainclothes security officers. So he's yet to be forwarded to court. We get the information that he's yet to be forwarded to court. As you know, when people are charged, they are in the police custody for 48 hours before being forwarded to court. So I'm sure that the police is making every necessary effort, crossing all the T's and dotting all the R's, to make sure they can just file him to court in connection with this huge drug bust. And from all indication, like police boss said, people are alleged. How are they going to get these people to face justice? It's another thing. He said, their charges are out. They're going to use every means necessary, probably through Interpol or other means of security network across the world, to have these people brought to Liberia to face justice. And it's a huge case indeed. And there are a lot of pointing fingers. One of those was last night. I don't know if you listened to Spoon Talk. Rotten CA, the publisher of the Front Page Africa newspaper, was on there and putting some allegations at the feet of the vice president, Jeremiah Kwan, who was seen in photographs, you know, with a guy by the name of Anthony, said to be linked to this entire drug bust. Our government officials aiding or cheating people connected to this? It's a huge question. There have been a lot of fingers pointing to people in government or their surroundings. And Rodney was clear, stating that it was important that the vice president come up and clarify his connection with this guy identified as Anthony.
Michael Brown don't just walk out of prison without someone powerful getting involved. Drugs offense is unbailable. Let's get that straight. It's non-bailable. Yet he said he had an accident on the highway, on the highway. He got sore on his back or whatever he had. They said he's sick. He can't move, so they free him. And if you read the letter, I think I had that part of the letter saying, he said once he's treated, he will face justice, right? He never faced justice. Read that letter. Read it at the bottom of that letter. He never faced justice.
But he cannot face justice because he's on the run. So I mean,
no, that was before this. That was before this one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The man said he was sick. So is also telling us the man was sick for 3 years or 2 years.
I'm not taking the investigation serious. You see, right there, where it says interview of the board, the prison administrator is kindly requesting to the honorable court to please allow one or two of his closest family members to sign for him so that he can be able to treat himself. After the treatment, he will be brought to face justice. It was 2024.
2024.
We're in 2026 now. Not saying the vice president is involved. We're saying his connection to these people and the appointments at the airport where this thing happened, he needs to clarify some things to the public. He's vice president. He owes it to Liberia to say, yeah, they're my friend, but I know what they're doing outside the working hours. That's fine. But he's the vice president. If these pictures are around with these people, he has to explain himself to Liberian people. All we're saying, we're not saying he started the drugs or anything, but if he's close to people that are involved in this thing that we can't find, mysteriously disappearing from Liberia, he needs to answer some questions about these people that he's supposed to have ties to.
Sorry about that. That's Rotter CA. He's the publisher of the Front Page Africa newspaper, calling on the vice president to provide clarity as it relates to his ties with some Anthony, a guy identified as Anthony, who is said to be in photographs with the vice president. And the office of the vice president, this page, I don't know whether it's very authentic, but his name, Jeremiah Kwan, had this out this morning. And I read it. It says, I reject Brother CA's allegation on Spoon TV last night that I have an association with one Anthony seen in a group photo with me, who he alleged to have a link to drug-related activities. As vice president, I do take photos with many individuals in public and at public and private events. I do not know Anthony, and the photo taking does not suggest my knowledge of any personal dealing he may be involved with. As I stated when Clifford Pine, an official of the Group of 77, was arrested on November 24, 2025 in connection with allegation arising from a suspected drug case, I still maintain that if my wife, children, relatives, friends, political associates, and employees are connected to drug-related activities, they should face the full weight of the law. Thank you. That's from Vice President Jeremiah Bankun, a page carrying his full name with this photograph. And the guy in the, I believe in the brown in this photograph with the Vice President is the guy called Anthony, that information being circulated as he's connected to a drug-related issue. And Rodney C.A. was calling on the Vice President to make clarity in that. And there you have it, a clarity from Vice President Jeremiah Bankun. And we will take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up this morning with this already out there, the county meet. What do the fixtures look like, or the group standings look like for this year's National County Sports Meet? Let's take this break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with that one.
I encourage everybody to support KMTV as a very positive force for good, and would like to see you do more in this country. I fully endorse the work you're doing because it's constructive, it's positive, it's professional and responsible.
Everybody hear me out. Yeah. Everybody hear me out. Everybody hear me out. Come and lift your voices for Liberia today. Hey, oh, hey, Liberia, you're a big deal, I can play. There's a nation on the coast of West Africa. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. Do you know her name? Liberia, Liberia. A land of hope and liberty. A land where dreams can still be free. From the mountains to the sea, Liberia belongs to me.
I tell you, Victor Jones right there with that one, he calls it Liberia. It's out, it's playing everywhere. And we did a teaser of this last weekend. I thought to just play the entire song. And we spoke to Victor as well last week on the song. And he said he thought on doing this as a means of telling the word about Liberia, what we have as a nation, as a people, culture, and all of that. It's a beautiful one indeed, beautiful video as well. And we had to play that this morning. Like I said to him, we're going to be playing it all over wherever we can, to make sure that we can give it some promotion and making sure that people get to watch it. And like I said, I was going to leave you this morning with this. That's the National County Sports Meet draw was out over the weekend at the Samarkando Sports Complex, the home of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the draw was attended by the Ministry of Youth and Sports family, as well as other prominent Liberians who joined their team to make sure they can unveil the groupings of the different counties. And now you see it on your screen. 2026 National County Sports Meets draw, official draw. Group A, Grand Jide, home of the county meet. I believe one of the hosts, Grand Jide, Nimba, River G, and Wapulu are in Group A. Group B carries Bong as the home team. Grand Cape Mount, Maryland, River Sis. That's Bong, Grand Cape Mount, Maryland, and Riverside are in Group B. Group C carries Lufa as the home. Grand Bassa is in Group C. Mansurado, Sino. They're all in Group C. And Group D has it as Grand Crew, Magibi, and Bumming. So Group D is the only one with 3 counties. The rest are in Group A, like you saw it there. Group A, Grand Jide. Grand Jide is the home county. Nimba, River G, Wapulu, they are in Group A. Group B, home is Bong, Grand Cape Mount, Maryland, Riverses. Group C, Lofa home, Grand Bassa, Monserralo, Sino. And of course, Group D is the only group of 3 teams. That is Grand Crew as the home, Magibi, and Bumming. And joining us right now from Monrovia is the Deputy Minister of Sports at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Minister G. Andy Kwamin, the man that is responsible for sports, like I said, at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Minister Kwamin, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's good to have you. How's Monrovia?
Well, Monrovia is here with managing at least. On Saturday, we held a draw. And it was done live for the first time, probably in the history of Liberia. It was colorful. It was okay. We want to say thanks to our technicians who made this possible. And thanks also to the minister who brought this innovation as well.
Wow, so the new minister is bringing new things on board. With the draw for the first time being live. How it felt? You've been there for years now. How it felt? I saw you on the stage, talking about the history. Some permanent Liberians were there drawing the teams from the with the boards. Tell us how it felt for the first time.
It was good. In the past, what we did was to avoid counties who were placed in a same group before meeting in a preliminary. So we would do a crafted, the technician will work on that, so that certain county will avoid certain county, especially when they were in the same grouping the previous year. But this one did not happen because it was publicly done and everybody had the opportunity of picking the ball, publicly opening it, so there was no way for you to avoid certain things happening. Now, since we have started it will be the new pattern going forward.
What reception are you getting from the teams, the counties themselves?
Well, the reception is good. There will always be control. There will always be challenges. People from Grand Jide have called to complain that why you put us with Nima. The history with Nima and Grand Jide. People from Nima will call and say, why you put us with Grand Jide? But this is not above what we intend to do.
Apart from
we
the
don't
history,
control the draw. The draw was done publicly, and Nima was drawn with Ranjida County. So there's nothing we can do to manipulate that.
Were these teams informed ahead of this draw? Were they informed of what's
Yeah, all
going to be
15 countries were
happening?
involved from the beginning. All 15 countries were involved from the beginning, and all 15 countries steering committee were involved. In fact, they were invited, and 95% of the countries' superintendents and the steering committee were represented as well.
How prepares the ministry to take on this year?
Well, let me say this publicly. The National County Sports Meet is a major deliverable of the government of Liberia. So it's not just the Ministry of Youth and Sports. The Ministry of Youth and Sports just is the implementer. We implement those projects on behalf of the government of Liberia. It is a government deliverable. That's why it was established in 1957 by an act of the National Legislature, making the government of Liberia owner of the National County Sports Meet. That's why the Minister of Youth and Sports is the chairperson by default, and the co-chair is the Minister of Local Government, because they control the 15 county superintendents. Yeah.
Preparation from your
end. It's a deliverable of the government of Liberia, not just the Minister of Youth and Sports.
Preparation from your end. Preparation
will be determined by the government of Liberia has approved 400,000 in the budget. So once the time is approaching, the Minister of Youth and Sports will write an official letter to the Minister of Internal Affairs to make sure that money is dispersed to the Minister of Youth and Sports and onward distribution to the 15 counties and to the technical people who will also do the technical work for the National County Sports.
Are this already set aside? Dates for the official kickoff?
That's why I said that money is at the finance ministry. Once the time is approaching, the Minister of Youth and Sports will write an official letter to the Minister of Finance for disbursement.
How different would this year's county meet be from previous ones?
Well, like I said previously, the new minister is energetic. She wants to see it differently. She wants to do things differently. That's why she said she introducing the predictable pathway for young people. That's why if you heard initially she announced that there will be no first division player, there will be no second division player, there will be no player who have played more than 5, 6, 7 years in the country coming back. So we are introducing the new team. Only third division players will be allowed to play in the country. Those who have played more than 5 years, also still in the third division, might not be allowed to play. So there are new changes introduced by the new minister.
What's about players jumping from one team to another almost every year? What are you saying about that?
Well, there will be restrictions. There will be restrictions. Somebody from one country to another, one country to another. Once you pass, the new law also says that 10 of your 25 players must live and play in your country. For instance, if there is no league in Granco County, those players who are playing in the league, 10 of those players must come from Granco. The same go with Maryland, the same go with all 15 counties. 10 of those players must live and play football in your country. You are allowed to register 25, but 10 of those players must be homegrown.
Wow! So now the teams will be forced to feature homegrown players, and we expect more new faces to more new faces. And Minister, I know one thing that a lot of people say. The county meet is full of excitement. We see a lot of talents, but after the meet, those talents, we don't hear those names. I mean, what's about that? What programs are now going to be put into place that those names that are household, I mean, especially the new ones that come up, they will not just die? What can you say?
I'm not sure that is true. Because most people who perform exceptionally well in the country meet, they are either taken by first division teams or second division team in Monrovia. Look at Ralph Ria. Ralph Ria is now playing for B Mountain. Ralph Ria was one of the standout performers in the just gone country meet. He's playing for B Mountain now, one of the biggest teams in Liberia. Ezekiel Nello played for Nima. He was the number 5 for Nima. Right now, as we speak, he played for Watanga Football Club. There's so many players who perform very well in the country league. They are now playing for bigger clubs now in the league.
And we'll come back to financially. We got reports of the president announcing 30,000 per county. Is that a factual one?
Yes, a factual. So what we did on Saturday as well was to launch the Lone Star, July 26th giveaway.
Okay.
And we opened platform and account for 15 counties. And the president launched that with 30,000, each county receiving 2,000. And counties, officials, and authorities were also here to donate to their counties. And that process will be on until after the July 26th. And maybe beyond before the country commences, then that money now will be going to the country. 50% of that money will go directly to those countries. 25% of that money will also be put in a pool, and 25% will be used for infrastructure development within those countries.
Sponsorship. What will you say?
Well, sponsorship normally Minister of Youth and Sport we go around major companies in Liberia, have conversation behind the scenes to make sure that they are part of the process of the funding and the partnership of the National Country Sports Meet. There where we want sponsorship. We will reach out to Ashila Mita, B Mountain, APN Terminal, Winners, Orange, all the big companies in Liberia. We will touch their doors to make sure that they come in to help sponsor the National Country Sports Meet.
Minister, I know you're a busy person and how to pull you away from your busy schedule this afternoon time in Liberia. But before we let you go, the big thing on the lips of Liberians in the diaspora is the Lone Star coming to Minnesota.
Is Liberia coming to Minnesota?
July 26th. You were here a couple of days ago. I was privileged to have joined you on a tour of the Minnesota United Stadium, and we both saw Minnesota United 2 in action. You saw your Liberian players in action. Back home, what can you say preparation looks like for the Lone Star?
Massive. Firstly, before we can even commence this, I want to say our thanks and appreciation to the organizing committee, our thanks and appreciation to the leadership of the ORM, the organization of Liberians in Minnesota, Kmtv, Mr. I think Sisse, his name, Mr. Bia, the leadership, the entire leadership, the executive committee of ORM want to say thank you for their leadership, thank you for their role, and the organizing committee of this Liberia coming to Minnesota. So Winford Russell and his team, we want to say thanks to them. Thanks to all Liberians who making sure that this thing happens. Want to make sure. Days for me, Liberia is coming to Minnesota to play Minnesota United. All Liberians, buy your jersey, buy your t-shirts, come to the game, support your national team. And yes, Liberia is coming to Minnesota. And all those in the 52 states, buy your ticket, come to Minnesota, make it a reality. Make sure that we celebrate our July 26th, our independence in Grand Star at the Alliance Fee in St. Paul.
What would the outfit of the team look like? Are they going to be mostly home-based? Do we see some of our players that are applying their trades out of the country joining the team as well? Like a lot of people speculating that it's not a FIFA match, whether we will see the names that we hear regularly from our national team.
Yeah, for instance, I'm not a coach, so I cannot be able to draw the team. But yeah, there will be mixed players. Even some of the players who are in Minnesota, who are in other states, might also be considered by the coach. I'm not a coach, I can't make that decision. But that the coach will be considering maybe if we are coming to Minnesota, you want to be touching the community, you have to include 1 or 2 people within the community on the team so that people in the community see themselves as part of the national team. That's why the ORM ball, we will be part of the ball, we will be part of the IM Barrow team. Whatever activity that is being planned by ORM and the organizations in Minnesota, the national team will be a part.
Encourage Liberians out of Minnesota, in other states. What we want to say to them as we let you go?
Well, like I said, we are working along with ORM, the SACH organization, and other people to make sure that people from North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, who are closer to Minnesota, even people from Maryland, people from New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia area might want to come to the game, buy your ticket, fly to Minnesota, or you can even ride your car for 7, 8, 17, 18, 19 hours, go to Minnesota that weekend, make sure that you enjoy yourself as part of the independence of Liberia. Come and enjoy yourself.
And I see Minister Krause
on Friday.
I see the minister saying that she's already almost here. She will be here in flesh and blood. Thank you so. Thank you so much for joining us from not Monrovia but Pinsville, Liberia. Thanks so much. But you say that in Pinsville, but man, you not in Monrovia.
It's part of our office, my friend.
All right. But thank you so kindly, Minister. We hope to see you soon here in Minnesota as we get ready to celebrate Liberia Independence Day. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time out there.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
All right, Minister G. Andy Kwame joining us there from Liberia here on this morning's edition of Liberia Today. I'd like to leave you with this one. Have yourself a wonderful day. We hope to catch you back here on Wednesday morning, same time.
Kmtv, legacy, communications, bringing the world closer to you.